Welcome back to the IBSA Goalball European Championships 2021 Group B live coverage here from Pajala in Finland. Fixture we have coming up for you next is France against the host Finland. We are just about ready for the team presentation. Finland defending a 100% record. France currently sat in third spot, 3 points behind the hosts, looking to cement their place in the semi-finals.
Great afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. In this next match of the women's tournament at 2021 IBSA Goalball European Championship Group B, we have teams France and Finland. And we start the lineup of Team Finland. Player number 1, Susanna Halme. Player number 2, Krista Leppänen. Player number 4, Asra Tayebi. Player number 5, Ida Kauppila. Player number 6, Jasmin Mikkola. Player number 7, Miina Grönroos. Head coach, Arttu Mäkinen. Assistant coach, Tiina Hubli-Roke. And staff member, Petri Räpinä. Lineup of Team France. Player number 1, Asri Pelgir. Player number 2, Santran Marie. Player number 4, Coralie Gonzalez. Player number 7, Gunil Matos. And player number 8, Luis van der Meer. Head coach, Anthony Pual. Assistant coach, Charlotte Vidalon. Staff member, Gaetan Hubor. Referees of this match, Andreja Kumer from Slovenia and Antonius Christodoulos from Greece. Good luck.
Finland, 3 wins from 3 games here on home soil. They haven't been the highest scorers in the competition so far, but what they have been and mean in defence. They've scored 15 goals and conceded just 3 so far. What's more, they've been sharing the goals amongst the whole squad. Susanna Halme, the top scorer with 6, followed by Liida Kauppila on 5, and Krista Leppänen pitching in with 3 efforts, hitting the back of the net so far. Finland will be playing with their backs to us as we view it. They are wearing their blue shirts with white trim. While France, they are also wearing blue shirts, but with the red trim on the top of the shoulders and around the cuff of the sleeve. And they will be facing us as we view the court from our position. Similar to Finland, France not the highest scorers in the competition either. They have also scored 55 in their opening 3 games. The difference between sides is how many they have conceded. 12 goals going against France, giving them a goal difference just of 3. If they were to overtake France in the table on this one, well, they get by at least 9 goals. order. So the permutations of this game, Finland could well cement top spot in the table. If they do, they will play whoever finishes fourth in Pool X in the semi-finals. At the minute, that position is occupied by Spain. Meanwhile, France currently in third place. They will be on course to play whoever finishes second as things stand. It's Denmark at the moment. Denmark were absolutely rampant in front of goal on day one, but they came unstuck against stubborn Finnish defence earlier this morning. Finland winning out 4-2 in that game. While day one was high scoring, day two we had significantly closer games, plenty of tension, plenty of drama. No reason not to expect more of the same. The starting lineup are on the court, running through the final checks with the match officials. Finland are going to stick with the starting three from the last game, which is Krista Liipanen on the left, Lida Kaupala at centre, and Susanna Halme out on the right. It's a change to the starting lineup for France, however. Sandrine More incoming. He wears the number 2 and replaces Louise Rondapierre in the starting lineup. He lines up alongside Coralie Gonzalez, wearing the number 4 at centre. And the number 7 wide on the right is Gwendolyn Matos.
Quiet while the ball is in play and switch off your mobile phones. Thank you. France starts with the ball. Quiet, please. Center.
And the ball centered for France. They will get us underway. It is Gwendolyn Matos. 5 goals to her name at this tournament so far. First effort is blocked by Krista Liipanen. Now Liipanen comes forward, goes on the diagonal. It's a very powerful drive. It's well met by the dive of Coralie Gonzalez. Gonzalez with 1 goal so far at this tournament as well. Matos with the block, hands it over to More. Gonzalez gets out of her way. Plays it diagonally. A little bit right to left to the far corner. Saved by Halme. Halme goes from right to left also. It's saved in the center by Gonzalez. Gonzalez hands it over to Matos. Matos quick to fire. And Lida Kaupala quick to dive to her left and make the stop. Here comes Liepinen. Bouncing effort towards the far corner, and it's off the legs of More. More was shifting to her right as the ball traveled to her left. Did well to get a foot to it. Liepinen makes the block for Finland. It's left-handed, 360 degrees in. It's a bouncing effort down the center. Gonzalez blocks with the hips, gives it to Matos. Matos trying to find the gap between Kaupala and Liepinen. Can't do so because Kaupala is quick on the draw and over to the left to cover. Down the center from Halme, saved by Gonzalez. Off the hips of Liepinen. Wide left for Finland. Steps forward, goes diagonally to the far corner. So close, but not close enough. Couple of inches wide of France's left hand upright. Here comes More. More. High ball, balled against the French number 2. And so Finland will have the first opportunity to find the net from a penalty throw. Mr. Liepinen shifting wide left, her opposition dead central, 3 meters in front of goal. Liepinen goes diagonally, sends More the wrong way and opens the scoring. That was a fantastic throw. Run, drawing More to the right, and the throw, sending the ball to her left. Finland 1, France 0. Gonzalez. That's set. That's forward. Bouncing effort off the hands of Kaupala. She will keep it for herself. Steps back to center. Comes forward. Right-handed. Bouncing effort. Going to drift just wide. Matos wide right and at the baseline for France. Steps forward. Releases. Throws directly ahead of her. Liepinen with the block. The finish number 2. Steps to her left. And then goes diagonally with the throw to the center. Gonzalez more than a match for that effort. Now More just left of center for France. They've made just right of center for Finland. Halme, right-handed, spins 360, bouncing effort down the middle. And it's saved by Gonzalez. Handed over to Matos. Matos comes forward. Bit of whip on that one, but it's straightforward for Liepinen. Liepinen goes left-handed, spins 360, bouncing ball. Off the hips and then off the back of the elbow of Gonzalez. Takes control and gives it to Matos. Matos on the diagonal. It's over the toes. Trickling goalwards. It's 1-1. Susanna Halme just couldn't recover fast enough. And the deflection off the toes of Lida Kaupala give Matos a 6th goal of the tournament. Time out for with 8 minutes 29 remaining of the opening half. And a very balanced opening for this game. Certainly have plenty of time for twists and turns in the story. The ball with Krista Liepinen wide left for Finland. Gets in position, runs a left hand along the edge of the goal. Now steps wide left of the court. Dummy run from centre from Kaupala. And the throw from outside the court from Liepinen stays outside and the ball drifts well wide. With Matos. Steps to her left, just right of centre for France. straight at Liepinen. Liepinen returns, it's off the legs and up over them, but recovery. Save made. He goes wide to Finland's right, and Halme takes control. And then Halme sends it straight back on the diagonal, just wide. Andrine Moret steps over to the right to collect the ball, and then will carry it wide left. Right-handed effort goes straight down the middle. It's saved by Kaupala. The bouncing ball is returned. Gonzalez leg. Makes the block. And down the middle again from Moret. With Halme. Halme spins 360, bouncing ball down the middle off the hips of Gonzalez, who recovers at 5 meters, carries it back to the goal line, hands it to her right with Matos. Matos down the line, saved by Liepinen. Liepinen. The right-handed effort switches to the right side of the court. It's saved by Murray. Gonzalez picks it up and returns it to the number 2. Straight down the line, it's off the body of Halme and out the side of the court. And the finish number 1 throws diagonally from the extreme right. It's saved at center by Gonzalez. Gonzalez winds one up, back at Halme, and good save. Diving feet first to her left to make the block. And Halme down the middle, off the knees of Gonzalez. Gonzalez back to the line, hands it over to Matos. Matos down the middle, and the save this time from Kaupala. Kaupala bouncing one directly down the middle at Gonzalez. Very comfortable for France's number 4. Timeout called by France. We approach the midway stage of the first half. 6 minutes 25 left on the clock. Teams resume their positions. It will be France's ball. Paula Gonzalez slapping the court. Ball out, and now it will be over to Finland to take the throw. France pushing themselves over to their right, Liepinen going towards their left, but well wide in the end. The right option for them is not on target. Down the middle, Kaupala makes the save at 3 meters. Hands it over to Halme. Halme goes diagonally, save made by Gonzalez. After Gwendolyn Matos on the diagonal off the feet. And claimed at 3 meters by Kaupala. Handed to her left with Liepinen. Liepinen just left of center. Vicious throw. Well saved by Matos. Matos down the middle. Kaupala comfortable. Gives it to Halme. Halme from wide right. Goes directly ahead of her. The place on that one to take it over Moret. Moret returns quickly, but the ball is out. And it will return to the hands of the opposition. Finland with Halme. Halme steps forward, spins 360 degrees, releases at 5 meters, and the ball drifts to the center where it is blocked by Gonzalez. Gonzalez feigns handing it over and will take the throw herself. On the diagonal, Liepinen makes the block. 1.5 meters in front of Finland's net, wide left. She steps wide left to take the next throw. Goes directly ahead of her. Good save off the hips of Matos. Blocked out. France's ball. Up steps Matos. Wide right. Off the body of Halme and then drifts out the side of the court at 3 meters. with Halme. Really good throw. On target. Good save. Low to the right by Matos. Matos gets it at 1.5 meters. Hands it over to Murde, who stands centrally and looks as if she's going to throw diagonally. Does so and saved by Halme. Finland's number 1 has another effort saved. No to France. Liipanen up quickly down the middle. Gonzalez makes the block. 4 minutes 30 seconds left to play in the opening half. Finland 1, France 1 here in Pajulahti. Kaupala, right-handed, spins and bounces one down the middle. Gonzalez was ready and waiting for it. Makes the save and now gives it to Morde. Morde steps up, looking for the gap, won't get beyond the outstretched feet of Kaupala, who leaves it now for Halme. Halme comes forward, right-handed. It's not the most powerful effort. It's straight down the middle and it's saved by Gonzalez. Quickly returned, Kaupala makes the block and hands it over to Halme. Halme down the middle. Skipes up off the hip of Gonzalez. Not enough power to take it all the way over her. Gives it to Murde. Murde throws diagonally from left to right. Liipanen with the block, and Liipanen, the number 2, goes left-handed and bouncing ball. And Gonzalez makes a smart save low to her right. Matos returns down the middle. Kaupala with the save. Straight back at Matos. And the number 7 will throw next for France. Diagonal throw from right, saved at the centre. Now given to Halme. Liipanen makes the dummy run on the left. And the ball is up and over, and then it's saved by Matos. Flicked up into the air dangerously by Gonzalez. The teammate reacted very quickly to avert the danger. Again, Liipanen dummy run on the wide left. Halme's effort on the diagonal drifts wide of Matos's right post. Strong effort from Morde. Not quick enough to nick through the gap between Kaupala and Liipanen. Liipanen's effort saved at centre. The ball is drifting wide of the goal. With France with Morde. Goes down the middle. Save is made by Kaupala. Rolls it to her right for Susanna Halme. Halme, right-handed. Not past the knees of Gonzalez. Blocked out, and it'll be France's ball. Well wide from Morde. No, not troubling Easter Liipanen. And Liipanen again, lining up well left and actually outside of the court. Steps on, plays it down the line. Ball is out. Interesting tactic. It hasn't actually worked yet for Finland, but they're mixing things up. Down the middle, and Matos saved by Kaupala. Spinning to the left is Halme, and drifting way left is the throw off the side of the court. France's ball. Gonzalez just left to take this one. It's great at Halme. Wide right for Finland. He'll throw it backward. Gives it to Kaupala. Kaupala onto the toes of Gonzalez, and Gonzalez then uses it. Morde. At Halme. Down the middle. Comfortable save for Gonzalez. Less than 90 seconds to play in the opening half. We would French effort just well wide from Matos. The diagonal throw from right to left. And Liipanen, good power, good accuracy, good defense from Murde. Now with Kaupala at centre for Finland, following the return. He throws straight down the middle. It is saved by Gonzalez. 1 minute left on the clock. Finland 1, France 1. Leader Kaupala with the block. Gives it to Susanna Halme. Halme throws diagonally from right to left. It's saved by the centre, Gonzalez. Gonzalez steps forward, spinning and bouncing the ball, and it's into the legs of Liipinen. Liipinen drifts wide left, steps forward, good power, and through the legs, but then gathered between Gonzalez and Matos. Matos's return is well right outside the court. Finland's ball with 26 seconds left on the clock. It's a good throw, right for the corner, tipped around the post. A vital intervention from Gwendolyn Matos. 20 seconds left in the first period. More effort blocked by Halme. Halme collects at 1.5 meters. Now steps forward, throws diagonally from right to left. It's saved at center. 3 meters in front of goal by Gonzalez. Gonzalez now whips it down the middle, and it is into the legs of leader Kaupala. That is the halftime siren. Finland 1, France 1. This game ever so finely poised.
Opening half, we have a score: France 1, Finland 1.
So the scoring in this game was opened by the host side. Krista Liipinen converting from a penalty throw after an error from Sandrine More. It is Gwendolyn Matos for France who levels things up. As it stands, Finland remain top of Pool X, and they'd also remain undefeated. A draw would lift France of Denmark into second place, even if only temporarily. Denmark playing in the next game at 7 o'clock when they take on Spain. Victory for Spain would confirm them in the semi-finals and resign Poland and Hungary to the 5th and 6th place playoff. No changes for either side at the interval. Both sides with options on the bench. Wonder whether France, considering the introduction of Audrey Belkier, their top scorer, do also have Louise Ronde-Pierre on the bench, and both of those options have plenty of power in the reserves. No changes for Finland either. They continue with the lineup of Liipinen, Kaupala, and Halme, and that's how they line up from left to right as well. It will be Finland's ball to get the second half underway.
Second half is between France on my left and Finland on my right. Finland starts with the ball. Quiet, please. Center.
Ball centered, picked up by Liipinen. Her teammates both stand to her right. He occupies a position just left of centre, left-handed, bouncing beyond Gonzalez's legs. Actually, it takes a ricochet off her toes, but Murray is behind it to gather. Murray rifles it back down the court, straight down the Finnish right channel, where it is met by Kaupila. Kaupila gives it to Halme. Halme looking for the gap between Murray and Gonzalez, won't find it. It's into the torso of Murray. Murray takes the next throw, goes diagonally to the opposite side, where Liepinen is ready and waiting for it. Liepinen again steps off the court to throw. This time it's on target, plenty of power, and it's saved by Matos. Gathered from the neutral zone by Gonzalez and given back to Matos, who throws diagonally, saved by Halme low to her right. Matos will have another go. This time goes directly ahead of her and Liepinen behind it. Liepinen advances, goes diagonally to the far corner, plenty of power, it's up off the post and travels laterally across the line and is saved by Murray. Very close from Krista Liepinen. Double her tally in this game. Currently on 4 goals for the tournament. There's a timeout called. France have the ball. Sandrine Murray with it in her right hand. Third with her back. Resting upon the left hand upright of France's goal. She steps to her right and throws diagonally from left to right. A save is made by Krista Liepinen. Liepinen again, wide left, throws diagonally back towards Murray. Ball is out. Ball put in the hands of Matos. She throws diagonally. It's saved at centre, 3 meters in front of the net by leader Kaupila. Kaupila comes forward and spins and releases the ball. It's off the legs of Gonzalez and out. Throwing centrally for France, and the save made just right of centre by the feet of Kaupila. Gives it to Halme. Halme goes diagonally. Saved at centre by Gonzalez and hobbles away from her. She gathers it from 4-5 meters, gets it to Matos. Matos throws directly ahead of her. And the ball travels in a straight line where it is saved by Liepinen. Liepinen, hobbling effort, saved at centre. Gonzalez is going to take the next throw for France. It's wide. A little bit of front pad effort. Didn't have the accuracy required to trouble Krista Liepinen. Liepinen now drifts wide right to take the next throw. And the throw 2 drifts wide right and off the side of the court. Here comes Murray. Murray attempting to throw it straight down the line. Just drags it to the left and off the side of the court. Halme, spinning effort down the middle. It's bobbling, but it's blocked. Now with Matos. Matos saved by Kaupila. Kaupila was diving low to her left and she'll retain the ball. Steps back. Moves left of centre as she releases a diagonal effort to the right. It's saved by Murray. Murray up quickly and returns. It is out. Turned to Krista Liepinen at 1.5 meters. She steps back and walks along the line and releases from wide right. It's a good throw, it's on target, but Murray perfectly positioned to deal with it. Murray to her feet, going for the far corner. It's off the body of Halme. Ball is blocked out. Halme off the toes of Gonzalez. Gonzalez scrambles, drags it back from 4 meters, gives it to Murray. Murray steps up right-handed, goes diagonally. It's beyond the reach of Kaupila. It's up off the body of Liepinen, but falls back in front of her to gather. Leapman, left-handed, spinning, bouncing, goal bound, but saved by Gonzalez. Off the toes of Kaupala. Now given to Halme, wide right. Finland's number 1. As an effort blocked, and Murday returns back toward the direction of Halme, blocked out. 8 minutes left on the clock. Halme's effort. It's direct, but it's tame, and it's dealt with by Murday. Murday from just left of centre for France. Throws an effort down Finland's right channel, blocked. Now Lippinen throws from the right, and it's saved at centre by Gonzalez. Gonzalez hands it over for Matos, who goes diagonally to the corner, defended by Halme, and she defends it well once more. Blocked out. Save at centre by Gonzalez. Number 4 steps up, whips it down the middle. Leader Kaupala is there. He drifts left of centre to take the next throw. Goes right-handed, spins 360 to her left and throws. The ball travels to the centre. It's saved by Gonzalez, given to Matos, who sends it straight back in Kaupala's direction. And the number 5 will hand it over to Krista Lippinen, who comes forward, throws from 6 meters. Good power. Save made by Gonzalez, but the ball has stopped dead. Not located. Will they fall foul of the 10-second clock? Good timeout called by the French coach there. Did they beat the shot clock? Didn't quite. Bit of discussion between the officials. When we resume play, it may well be penalty shot. Yes, it is. Sandrine More is going to have to defend it. Finland have already scored 1 penalty throw. It was Krista Lippinen who took that one. She's going to take this again. Stands at centre. More is directly ahead of her, defending from 3 meters. She goes to the right, sends More the wrong way. Finland have the lead. Finland 2, France 1. A 100% record on course to remain intact for Finland. They are certainly enjoying being on home soil. While they may not have a home crowd able to attend. Oh, and we've had a call here against Finland. There will be a penalty throw for France. Immediate opportunity to draw level. Coralie Gonzalez drifts right. Susanna Halme defending at 3 meters from the centre, and she drifts forward, off target, and wide from Gonzalez. You won't get many chances better than that, France. Lippinen off the toes of Gonzalez. Given Murray off the legs of Halme. Halme keeps it in. Steps back, feels for the crossbar, plays a throw straight down the middle. Gonzalez makes the block. A little over a quarter of the game remaining. Finland 2, France 1. Effort saved by Gonzalez at centre. Turned by Gonzalez. Save made by Lippinen. Lippinen comes forward left-handed. Took off the body of Gonzalez and then of Matos and out his ball. Number 7 quickly throws it diagonally from the right. It stays at centre. Mounting effort towards the far corner. Good save from Matos. It was Kaupala who took the throw. Now Sandrine More switches to wide right for this one. Good throw. Hugs the touchline all the way. Krista Liipanen is there to make the save. Hands first low to her left. He steps outside the court again. Winds one up with power for the far corner, and it's off the legs of Murday. Ball out. Murday, wide left. Save made by Liipanen. Liipanen bounces it forward for Kaupala to throw from 4 metres. But not troubling Gwendolyn Matos on that occasion. Matos throws well wide. It's out the side of the court at 6 metres in front of Finland's net. Liipanen travels from the left half to right. Collect the ball off Susanna Halmain. She's going to throw from the right. Step forward, releases at 5 metres. Good power off the leg of Gonzalez and out. Less than 5 minutes to play. Murray from centre. The ball drifts. It's off the leg. It's in the back of the net. Can't have an equaliser. It was awkward. The ball just picked up off the feet of Kaupala and then over the body of Halme into the back of the net. And France, the first side to take anything from Finland at these championships on home soil. Liipanen returns, blocked out. 4 minutes, 33 seconds to play. Coralie Gonzalez throws from right of centre. The ball drifts into the middle and it stays for Kaupala. Kaupala now swap roll with Halme to throw from the right. Halme has shifted into a central role. Kaupala now wide on the right. It's More who throws. The ball is saved by Kaupala. Susanna Halme got a touch on that as well. Kaupala, wide right diagonal throw. Saved by Matos. Matos picks the ball up from 1.5 metres, steps forward, spins 360 degrees and releases a diagonal throw. Susanna Halme dives to her right and blocks it out. It's returned for Liida Kaupala. Kaupala steps forward from a wide right position. Diagonal ball, it's bouncing and it's well saved by Coralie Gonzalez. Gonzalez steps back to the goal line. Shoots low. Generates some good power, and Krista Liipanen makes the block low to the left. To Finland. Now the number 2 comes forward, throws herself, got good power off the legs of More, and blocked out. 3 minutes 34 left to play. Finland 2, France 2. More diagonal effort. Time has been called. Stand. Finland would remain top of the pool. France would jump above Denmark into second place on 7 points. 3 minutes 27 seconds left. One of these sides claim victory. Liida Kaupala, she's now switched to wide left with Krista Liipanen at centre. Susanna Halme back on the right. And the ball is clawed away from the line by Kaupala. Excellent stop. And takes no chances, bowls it to her left and out. It'll be France's ball. Heart in mouth moment for Finland. Matos has possession. Just right of centre, just further right to throw, and the ball travels in a straight line ahead of her and is saved by Kaupala, who's wide left. Kaupala, the number 5, comes forward, bounces one down the line. It's a good throw. And it's well saved by Matos. Matos diagonally off the legs of Lipanen. Up to the 6-metre line. She gathers it, throws it back to the line for Halme. Halme off target. The ball now with Sandrine More. Whip down the centre. Lipanen makes the block with her legs outstretched to her right. Steps back to dead centre. And now bounces one down the middle, where it is met by the knees of Coralie Gonzalez. Still no changes. Out. Timeout. Called by the officials. Gonna mop some moisture off the court. Players rely on feeling the spring runs under the line markings to establish their position in relation to the goal. Very important that no distractions from surface water. Lipanen with the ball at centre for Finland. Steps forward, throws from 5 metres. It's got power, it's got accuracy. It's got Gwendolyn Matos right behind it. Matos takes the next throw, direct straight line, saved by Kaupala, wide left for Finland. Less than 2 minutes on the clock. Finland 2, France 2. Save made by Matos, walks back to the goal line. Steps up and throws by Axel. Ball is out 6 metres in front of Finland's net. Wide right now with Susanna Halme. Steps up into her left, releases the ball down the middle off the legs of Gonzalez. Not enough power to take it over the number 4. She hands it over to Stone. Moves down the middle. Krista Lipanen with the block. Quick return. Should say go to the right by Coralie Gonzalez. He whips it down the left channel of Finland, saved by Kaupala. Kaupala bounces one off the feet of Matos, collected by Gonzalez. Timeout called by France with 1 minute and 3 seconds left on the clock. Do not go anywhere. And before the start of this one, day 2 hasn't been as high scoring, but it's certainly been dramatic. High tension, several very close games. As it is, this will be our 3rd draw of the day. Make no mistake, none of those games have been dull. Gwendolyn Matos. Straight down the line and straight into the back of the net. And with 59 seconds left on the clock, have stolen a march on undefeated Finland. Ida Kaupala got a hand to it, but couldn't change the trajectory enough to divert it round the post. Finland 2, France 3. Coralie Gonzalez goes back to that corner again. Timeout called by Finland. Well, well, well. What a finish we have set up here. Penultimate game of the day from the Goalball European Championships 2021 in Pajala, Finland. The host nation, defending a 100% record, find themselves behind with less than a minute to play. A victory would lift France up to second, behind Finland on goal difference only. 46 seconds left on the clock. Susanna Halme gives it to Krista Liipanen. Liipanen switches from right to left. And then plays the ball diagonally and finds the back of the net. They are not going to let that undefeated record slip away from them with any sense of ease. 3-all. Timeout called by Finland. Krista Liipanen. She's scored all 3 of the goals in this one for the host side. None more important than that third. High pressure performance from Finland's number 2. Is now level with Susanna Halme as the side's top scorer on sticks. 30 seconds on the clock. The ball in Finnish hands. Liipanen steps wide left. The gap directly ahead of her, and it's saved. Bounces between Matos and Gonzalez. Returned by Matos down the middle. It's up over the legs of Liipanen. She recovers. Substitution for Finland, first of the game. 16 seconds left on the clock. It's a big call. Liida Kaupala makes way. She's going to be replaced by the number 7, Mina Gronrus. Gronrus running through those necessary checks with the officials. Finland have the ball. Have the opportunity to snatch the lead late on. France may well have the opportunity for one more throw. Susanna Halme down the middle. It's blocked by Gonzalez. 10 seconds left. Timeout called by France. Well, this is it. Do or die time for France. Can they nick this one right at the end? Well, this does prove this tournament anything from a foregone conclusion. Semi-finals are going to be a very interesting watch. The ball with Coralie Gonzalez at centre. She stood on the goal line for France, directly ahead of her. And she now shifts right. So she's throwing towards Mina Gronrus. Gronrus behind it, off the body, out the side. 3 seconds left on the clock. Liida Kaupala is going to make her way back onto the court. Mina Gronrus exiting. The draw looks somewhat inevitable now. Unless Finland can fire this last throw like a missile. It's with Liipanen. Liipanen standing wide left. Play on. Won't beat the shot clock. Save is made anyway by Matos. And France are the first team at the IBSA Goalball European Championship 2021 Group C to take anything from the host nation, Finland. Finland do remain top of the pile in women's Pool F. France have lifted themselves to second place. Both sides have just one game remaining.
1
We
in the
have
group
one game
inside.
remaining
Take the
in
third
Goal
place.
B today. Next
And the
up,
next
that
match
will be
will
Denmark
start
versus Spain. That starts in
match of the
45
game
minutes
will
time,
be
7 o'clock local time.
between
It
Denmark
starts off around
and
about
Spain.
10 minutes before the first throw of the game. High drama all day here in Pajala, Finland. Let's hope that continues. Join us for Denmark-Spain at 7 o'clock.